Lars is a hateable character. That's a good thing. We're gonna tell you why. The Bits!
And then we sat in silence for the actual duration of the theme song, so this would be easier to edit. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Bits, a Steven Universe podcast. From Homeworld to Beach City and all the cosmos in between, we're still here, and we're talking about Stranded, a half-hour Steven Universe special.
What's your overall thoughts on this one?
Well, my overall thoughts are, I thought that this was an episode worth discussing. 2 of them, to be exact. Lars of the Stars was our first episode, and we're going to discuss it at length. And then Jungle Moon was our second. For those of you new to the podcast, what's wrong with you? This is episode 4. There's only like 3 others. Get on that, man.
Yeah. They work as good commentary tracks to watch listen to after the episodes. There's some watchable content, but not a lot.
Also, if it's your first time here, I'm totally joking. Welcome, have a seat. You look great. If you lost weight...
Although we probably wouldn't know if we could see you. But, good on you if you're trying.
Alright, so, jokes aside, if you're watching this on YouTube, as usual, we have minimal visual cues, if any. And we'll indicate where those are on the screen so you can look away and have no problems. If you have YouTube Red and you close the video without looking, what's wrong with you?
Gosh. Stop asking viewers what's wrong with them.
Never. Jokes aside, this podcast is just that, a podcast. So if you're watching on YouTube, you're not going to be looking at much. If you're listening on iTunes or some other venue, you're not missing much, if anything.
So, any like front-end business? Any like things we need to discuss beforehand before really getting to the nitty-gritty of the podcast?
I would like to announce my candidacy of Mayor of Glass Punched in Aggression. Whether you're down and out or up and in, punch a glass and break your hand. It's a bad idea all around, and I would like to be your mayor of it.
Indeed. Good gosh.
Vote for me.
So, vote for the mayor of anything.
Alright, so just jumping in, we can start with our first episode, Lars of the Stars.
Yeah.
Jonathan, do that weird intro.
The Bits! The Bits.
Wonderful. Alright, so we start off the special with Connie and Steven on Earth, and oh my gosh, Connie looks adorable.
Indeed.
She's got the little aviator jacket, she's got the nice little haircut. She looks great. I love this character design.
Yeah. Like, it definitely, like, comes together when they fuse as well. And I think that was one of the, like, things they were going for with their individual outfits as well.
Oh yeah, it was just super adventure-y. Like, this was a situation where you knew that these characters were ready for adventure just from, like, the first shot of setting everything up. It just looked great. Good designs.
Oh, yeah.
Bravo. So, Jonathan, they're ready for adventure. Where are they going?
They're going through Lars's head into a space battle, apparently.
That's right, they jump through Lars's head and onto a spaceship. And when they're there, they find out that Lars is a space captain of one big SS reference.
Yep. It's a super big Captain Harlock reference.
Why, Jonathan, I've never heard of Captain Harlock. What is that?
Captain Harlock is a sci-fi anime about a space pirate named Captain Harlock who's essentially wearing the same outfit as Lars in this episode.
Put that up on the screen, yo.
Whoop.
Yeah, that's Lars, alright. First Sadie Killer was looking like Lars, now Captain Harlock's looking like Lars. Lars must just be a real fashionable fella.
Oh yeah, what you call it? After you told me to put that up in the last episode, I realized that the metaphor was essentially that Lars is a zombie now, so...
Yeah.
I totally didn't think about that at the time.
Why Sadie has the ability to shapeshift in her grief, we'll never know, but the metaphor was there.
Indeed. But, yeah, how'd you feel on the dialogue in this one?
Oh my gosh, there was so much cheese, I literally paused the video, got up, and went and got a box of crackers. That's not even a joke. Like, got up, left my couch, went to the kitchen, opened the pantry, and got crackers. And just sat down and ate dry crackers while watching this.
It's so much of just like, oh my gosh, Lars, I can't believe you did a cool thing. You did this cool thing, and you did that cool thing, and I'm not gonna stand for it. So, you stop being super cool, sir.
Pretty much.
I really couldn't take it. It's just, it felt a really hokey.
Mm-hmm.
In that, I don't know, it feels fun a bit.
For a bit.
It's, yeah.
But not for the bits.
It's definitely not, yeah. It's definitely not, like, kind of, immersive like the other episodes where you can actually pick up on character dialogue and everything and you feel like, yeah, these are two people having conversation. No, these are two people like LARPing right now.
Roll for initiative. We're fighting Emerald.
Yeah. It's so weird. And this is what I'm essentially going to go into what I like joked about at the start of the episode. When all this like dumb sci-fi adventure nonsense is happening, I was just like, oh, okay, this is Lars' character now, I guess. And then when they got to the pictures of Sadie, you hear those first few lines from Lars.
She having such a good time without me.
And you go,
Does she even know I died out here? Of course
no,
she
they
does.
didn't forget. They didn't forget for 1 second.
They did not. An interesting part I would like to discuss with you here is I think Lars' character overall is interesting because they've developed him into almost that he's secretly like Steven. And I know they've been doing that since the beginning of like, he's the tsundere, oh, you know, you want to smile and have fun. He's like, no, shut up, having fun's lame. Yeah. But in this episode in particular, when he's talking about Beach City, he's just like, yeah, Beach City is awesome. There's like there's the beach, and there's my friends, and my house, and my trampoline. And it's just like, yeah, you're just a big kid, and you're off on your space adventure right now. And you have all your little insecurities, and you just want to go out and play in space, and then come home and have your trampoline and your skull close.
Yeah. I thought at the start he really matured a lot, because, as you call it, just in that space, it wasn't about just, like, feeling, like, standoffish and everything, and then the lines rolled in. Good gosh.
I agree, but it also makes a wonderful point that even though you mature in life, you don't have to stop having fun. You don't have to stop enjoying things, and you don't have to stop being what people would refer to as a kid. Being an adult is not growing up and realizing you can't eat birthday cake anymore. It's growing up and realizing now you can buy birthday cake whenever you want.
And that's what I essentially mean by mature, because it's not all the sci-fi stuff that made him seem more mature. It's the fact that he's not trying to be standoffish towards Steven anymore. Like when he sees him again, he like immediately hugs him and stuff. And then when he's talking about Beach City, he's just like, man, I hate it here usually, but in this episode, he was just like, yeah, I miss everything there. I've been out here in space for so long. I'm ready to go back.
Yeah.
And I'm genuinely excited about seeing everyone and being back there. It's kind of like I don't know. I feel like it's like a army veteran coming back home, sort of.
Ooh, that's an interesting illusion.
Yeah. But the thing where I'm just like, oh, he didn't totally do it, is the discussion about Sadie.
Yeah, but at the same time, if they just completely abandoned that part of Lars's character, it'd be a little weird, because it's just like, inorganic change. He changed off screen and you don't get to see it. And I feel like that was part of the misdirection that they were going for, with saying, hey, we're just gonna say Lars is super cool now, and everyone will believe us. But really, it's... No, Lars thinks he's super cool, but... shown Sadie and reminded that he's not home, he turns back into the Lars from home.
Oh yeah, and that's what I wanted to get at. The fact that I've always hated Lars' personality, and that doesn't mean he's not a well-written character,
right?
Just I don't like him as a character. I don't like his personality and everything. It's just very So when it snapped back into that and it immediately like rushed back in, I was just like, oh shoot, yeah, they didn't miss a beat on how his dialogue sounded. This is exactly like the Lars from previous episodes. This is exactly how Lars sounds. So they didn't totally abandon his character with this Captain Harlock persona and everything. And it felt just, I don't know, and it felt like he was that character, and the persona made more sense, that he was able to act like this because he was so detached from like the things that made him that person on Beach City.
It's interesting because it plays with the zone of proximity a little bit, where, oh, I'm super into this thing, but only when this thing is around, and then afterwards I become my own person in a different way.
Yeah, because I would see it as like when he was, after the experience in the cave, like he had to take risks a lot, and then he just accepted it as a thing is, if I take this risk, it's gonna work out. Because that's what I've been doing, and that's the only option I'm always presented with. So he gets super confident about it, and that's how it made sense to me, at least.
That's fair.
Yeah. Seeing everybody in the ship was cool.
I disagree.
Why do you disagree, Samuel?
Because the first thing we see is Lars. I'm like, cool. Then we see what I only could describe as the green version of the villain from Save the Light. Then we see the off colors. And Emerald goes, curse those off colors. And I'm like, oh, a wacky 90s intro, have fun. But then I remember, man, the off colors. And then I see it again, and I go, man, the first one's Parappa the Rapper. And I'm just sad.
Yeah.
Though I will say, as much as I dislike her, they cut her character down to only 5 lines this time, and I felt a lot better about it. Because her jokes stopped being funny the first time.
Gosh. I I still think if they use her ability as a thing of like predicting things that they can't see that already happened, she would become a lot stronger as a character. Like it's a thing of just like I don't know, there's so much potential there, but just like it's not being used. It's used as the second behind joke all the time. So it's meh. But the twins are fine. And
Rhodonite, yeah.
what you call it?
The only good off color.
Yeah. What about good gosh, worry off color? I can't
Worry
can't remember
Garnet?
anything. Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah, but
Well, they're fine.
I don't know. Scared as a personality trait's never been enough for me in terms of characters. Though, interesting thing about Rhodonite going back, their description was Rhodonite. The body of a star-crossed fusion. I really want to know what that means. Maybe it explains why they're worried so much.
Yeah. I would think it would be a similar situation to Garnet, where it's a like Romeo Juliet situation.
But then we get Grandma Gem, who's got 6 gems all casually fused in there.
Yeah, because she's totally cool with the idea of fusion. That's what her thing was.
I just don't like her, Jonathan. But they'll develop their character, I'm sure, and
Yeah.
I'll be happy with them. But right now, I'm not a fan. Only one I like is the twins.
Yeah.
Because the twins can do stuff without freaking out.
That's fair.
Also, random question for you. They were running from Emerald, right? And they left Homeworld and were going through space. And she says that she's been chasing them since Clavio 7. What is Clavio 7? Is it another planet? Or are there 6 other Clavios? Is it a part of Homeworld?
I would say it's another planet, usually in like sci-fi fiction or like retro sci-fi fiction. There's just like, hey, it's this planet and their moons and are numbers.
The plot twist for Steven Universe Season 9 is going to be that, just like My Life as a Teenage Robot, we find out that Homeworld is like the 9th in a line, and there's 8 other Homeworlds, which means there's 32 other diamonds they've got to fight.
What do you call it? I'm ready for this plotline, the end. Let's just get there.
Fair enough. Fun animation
Because
note, when Connie gets impressed by Lars when they first get into Lars is so cool territory, Steven gets stars in his eyes, but Connie gets little diamonds.
Ah.
I wonder what that means.
Oh. I would like to think that everyone in the like universe family has the star eyes, but everyone else has something different. But I wouldn't know the significance behind Connie's diamonds.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Because she always,
also,
I guess, has had diamond eyes. I know Garnet's had star eyes.
Garnet's had star eyes before?
I believe so.
Huh. Maybe it's a group thing. I don't know.
But
it is a weird detail to add now.
Alright, Google searching, I found that Pearl also has diamond eyes. Peridot has star eyes. Amethyst has star eyes. So
is it a character type thing?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. I feel like Sapphire at some point had it, but I don't know.
Wait. Yeah. And that's definitely Connie with diamond eyes. Yeah. I don't. Maybe you can find a theory on that or something somewhere.
Maybe I can make a theory on that.
Go for it.
I won't make a theory on that, more than likely. What I want to know is what kind of Star Eyes Cookie Cat has. That's the only thing that matters to me.
But, oh, jeez. Also,
right there, buddy?
Yeah. Just clear my throat. Also on the note of them both going, Lars, you're so cool. Freaking Stefani saying the line of Lars, I missed you so I missed you so much was absolutely adorable. I loved it so much.
It was one of the best lines I wrote down in my notes. Wow, Lars, I missed you is a super strong line that offsets all this cheesiness.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know, when Stefani fuses, it's very clear which of the kids is talking, and that was very clearly Steven.
Yeah.
So it makes me think like everyone realizes how ridiculous this is, but they're just indulging Lars.
But I don't know. That it's a very Steven thing to do. So when the line came out, it was just like, yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you feel good when characters say things that you've known them long enough to get a feel on what they would say. So, would you call it? It builds your familiarity with the character. Seeing those types of moments, and that's another feeling I got from the Lars breaking character.
Speaking of Lars breaking character, at what point did you dislike the direction they were going with Lars? What was the moment where you were like, okay, he's just back at his old personality?
How do you mean? Like in this episode or just
in
overall?
this episode? Yeah. Like, what was the tipping point for you? You were like, oh, nothing's changed.
It was what you call it? At first, when they started, when he was just like, oh, so she's fine without me, and I was just like, oh, that's a normal human emotion, and then just like, oh, so she's hanging out with the cool kids, and just like, yep, there's Lars.
Okay, so the cool kids line.
Yeah, because it only devolves more from there.
I imagined we would have different answers on that. Because mine was the moment that Lars took Steven's phone and saw the picture of Sadie, and then proceeded to just swipe through Steven's pictures. That's just not cool, man. You're breaking like phone rule number 1.
Yeah.
Like he just keeps going too. Like he doesn't even care.
Good gosh.
And I was just like, this is the same disrespectful Lars we've always known.
Yeah.
Doesn't care
Love
about
it.
anybody.
Good gosh. That is fantastic. You right. Good gosh. I would recite the Drake line if I could remember it, but I'll leave it there. That's wonderful. Yeah. But that whole moment, it was just like, this is the wrong time to be doing this, Lars. And then I was just like, that has always been the statement I've said before.
So
when, huh?
Oh, I was just gonna say, so when you were saying that it was the wrong time, what made it the wrong time? What was going on in the story, Jonathan?
So, during this moment that Lars gets trapped up, that Sadie's living her life without him, they are currently being followed by Emerald Shipped. So, all of the off-colors are saying, hey, what should we do? What should we do? And Lars is stuck in these pictures.
Yeah, and there's warning signals everywhere. Which I want to make a comment of how chill are those warning signals. Because they're sitting there having a whole, like, come back to us and come back to reality conversation. Those signals aren't flashing, there's no alarms or, like, lights. I imagine that probably really helps reduce panic in emergency situations. Like, that just seems efficient. Also, you don't have to animate it flashing, which, you know, that's nice too.
That was my first thought. Then again, thinking about it, it's a lot of that thing, just like, if I had a warning signal, I just want to see the warning once, not it flash at me or anything. So, like, sound cues are fine, like a car alarm sound cue or something like that, like horns, but not like a full, like, flashing thing. Just because I can see that there's a warning. You don't need to draw attention to it unless you're pointing me towards the area.
When was the last time you updated Adobe, Jonathan?
Good gosh. Jeez. But yeah, the warning signs for me were fine. It kind of like does a full attention to it with the, like, repeating warning signs everywhere. That
apparently just they don't disperse until you do something. Which, how are you going to do something if you can't see? But other than that.
True. But they didn't really press a button or anything, so...
Sentient warning signals. They know when you're watching. They know when you've been properly alerted. And they won't leave until everyone in the ship knows you're being warned.
Good gosh. But, yeah, just, after that happens, the ship catches up with them, and
Lars comes to grips. Stefani fuses together because he says he never wants to hurt Sadie, and Connie and Steven decide because they're best friends. To which I just remarked a long, like, line and a half of saying "or" with an excessive amount of R's.
Yeah. Because they're best friends. I'm pretty sure there was another connotation in Player 2, but
sure. I mean, you should always date your best friend, but
yeah,
you know, that's we could say love, right, guys? I know we're Y7, but we can acknowledge.
Oh no, we're PG. We can make.
Oh, we're PG. We can totally say it then.
Yeah. Parental guidance. You can let your children know, parents, that what dating is.
That people love each other.
Yeah.
Cartoon Network, how dare you expose my children to the concept of love.
Good gosh. But Lars comes up with the plan of, hey, we need to bring out that, for no particular reason, other to play the pronoun game.
Yeah. And just everyone going that. Yeah. And what thing? Lars going in the ship makes sense.
Yeah.
Because Lars can't die.
True. That is super true.
I don't know if I trust the man who can't die to be the leader of the ship that's saving my life.
Yeah.
Because Lars gets blown up, it's fine, whatever. But
yeah,
everyone else gets blown up, and there's a problem.
And I don't know, that again, more stuff to add to the fact that that's purely the reason why he's super confident.
I'm a zombie. Great, the rest of us are about to be if you don't pay attention.
Good gosh.
Yeah. Emerald catches up with them, aims some lasers, and Lars tells them to lower the shields. They get shot. And then another moment where the love line would work better is Lars is like, this ship is your best friend. instead of just saying you love this ship.
Yeah.
Emerald admits she won't blow them up because she loves her ship and she wants it back. But she shoots them and disables their weapons and their shields. Everyone panics because they're about to be shot again, and Lars says the quote, "If only our weapons and shields were online." Well, Lars, maybe don't drop your shields next time.
Yeah. That was a nonsensical move.
Yeah, it's just like, oh man, all our stuff is down. If only we had our stuff back. You're the reason you don't have your stuff. I mean, I get, like, making honest mistakes, but there was literally no reason to lower your shield. Other than to laugh at Emerald.
Yeah. It was a bad bluff, because all you got was just, like, you proved your theory, but she literally thought one step ahead of that. It's like, yeah, they'll assume that I won't blow it up, but I'm still going to disable the things that help you get away. So yeah.
Not if I keep those things up.
So
anyway, we had that happen. And
Yeah.
then they play the pronoun game and reveal Lars' ship, the Star Skipper.
the wonderful small battleship that's able to maneuver faster than the giant one and still has weapons.
Or, as I'd like to call it, the Star Fox ship without its textures.
Ah, that's fair.
Throw up a side-by-side comparison for our YouTube viewers.
Oh, okay. I'll do that.
Boom, look at those polygons.
I like the comment that Stefani makes. Like, if it works anything like a car, I can do it. Like, all right. that's not confidence building.
Sure it is. We all saw that episode where Connie did Tokyo Drift.
Hey, gosh. It was an initial D enough for me.
I like that Lars is just like, yeah, okay, and rolls with it.
Yeah.
No, send the
just
man
like,
who
I believe
can't
in you.
die.
Yeah.
Send the man who can't die.
I would have thought it would be a better idea to let Stefani lead the off colors and Lars do the thing, because all you really have to do is wait, was the engine down?
Yeah, they couldn't move.
Then what was he going to lead them to do anyway?
I don't know. Or no, it was just weapons and shields, I believe.
Oh, okay. So, in either case, you can kind of just go yeah, just act as a distraction while I take out the weapons.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we've already established that she's not going to blow up the ship. So from that point on, you're just like, hey, let's go around back and blow everything up.
Well, the targets were locked on them. That's why they had to use the skipper. But yeah, it's a valid point.
Just, yeah, I don't know. There's a giant hole in that plan.
Yeah. There's a giant hole in reality because right now we don't have a Star Fox clone of Stefani and the Star Skipper.
Yeah.
Have little pop-up
Cartoon
windows with Captain Lars and the off-colors and have them be the crew. It'd be amazing. Lars is already kind of Falco.
Mm-hmm. Friggin', gosh darn, Cartoon Network used to have a Mega XLR game with a whole display with Kiva and everything, and I think they could absolutely do another Cartoon Network game that has a similar display and stuff.
I literally just want Star Fox.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want a Unity engine-powered Star Fox ripoff.
I just I if anything, I want more sci-fi nonsense from this episode that's actually well structured, not trying to force feed a whole like summary in dialogue between characters.
I don't know. This episode overall, I feel like I got enough from the San Diego Comic-Con trailer.
Yeah,
Like, do that, leave it there.
I don't know. Just the way that was structured was a lot better because dropping in on the situation like outside of what them actually being there is like looks way cooler on Lars than actually just them trying to make him look cool between the dialogue and everything, because you just see him in the ship and stuff and you're just like, wait, what? In the San Diego trailer, but when they roll in and he's on the ship, it's just kind of like, okay, so this is happening now.
That's accurate. I'd have to agree with you. It was just kind of heavy-handed when it was stretched out into a whole plot, you know?
Yeah. And I think they can totally do more stuff with it, and I think they probably will. Establishing Lars as a starship captain, they're definitely gonna do something with it, or if they don't, it's gonna be so much wasted potential, because there's gonna be a big battle at the end of the series. There has to be.
Oh man, they're gonna do that thing where they're having trouble fighting, and then Lars and the off-colors are gonna come in their ship and be the last-minute reinforcements, aren't they?
They can do that, or just like when they're doing the whole big battle, they set up just like, okay, Lars, you're gonna run interference in your ship doing this, and then you'll get that cut in the middle of the battle of them doing that.
Now, how cool would it be to see the ship get crashed into Yellow Diamond?
Ooh.
Just like, as she's like fighting and swinging, all of a sudden a ship just comes and hits her in the back of the head.
Okay. I would enjoy that. There's places they can definitely take it, but if they just throw it away, I'm gonna be sad.
Agreed. And to end the episode, Stefani gets shot down, and we get a shot that's very reminiscent of Toonami's The Intruder event from the early 90s.
Nah.
They're going, no! It was like the old trailers.
Good pull.
Can we play that clip? Will we get in trouble for that?
Yeah, I'd rather not do that one. I can do screenshots.
I really just want the audio.
Okay.
Of just Tom yelling no as things are exploding. And then just have that as an example. Because they're near identical pitches.
I'll do something.
Stand by for nothing.
Oh.
Anyway, that wraps up the episode, and then we start off our second end. Jonathan, what did you think of this episode overall?
Overall, I like the concept. Didn't like the execution, but character, yeah. Lars breaking character and Stefani just made it like worth the watch. Everything else is hit and miss.
Fair. I said that it was a strong first act, but not a strong episode. A little heavy-handed, but it was fine. I give it a 4 out of 5. Also, I wrote one note that we didn't touch on, where I just complained a little bit more.
Yeah.
The line, "Her name is Connie," is said by Parappa right after she's introduced to like the crew. And so I just wrote a little rant. Said, do you just not pay attention to the rest of the world around you, Papua New Guinea? Do you just actively choose to ignore literally everything that happens around you so you can have these predictions? His name. He just said her name. She was just introduced. Did you not hear him? Did you choose to just let this information go past you just so you could restate it? You had to have heard it to just say it again. I don't know how this is possible. Please, open your ears and listen. Please understand. And then I just kind of trailed off.
Gosh. I do wonder if, what you call it, it's just, I don't know, if she's kind of blind.
Jokes aside, I think she has, like, super sensory deprivation where she's not actively in the world and that she has, like, visions that guide her, but that's about all she can have. That's the direction I think they're taking with it. So jokes aside, if they are planning that, wonderful. Where it's like, yeah, she can't see or hear or anything, and the visions are the only way that she can actively be in the world, then great. If they're not doing that, then it's a weird joke character that's gone on far too long.
Yeah, and there's plenty of ways they can definitely like do that with with movement and everything, where she takes like a minute longer to move forward if they're going anywhere or something like that.
Yeah. Short version,
yeah.
Cartoon Network, fix Papa John's, make her a strong character.
Wonderful nicknames, sir. Good gosh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Good gosh. So, did you do scores on this one?
4 out of 5 for that one.
Okay. Cool.
So, Jonathan.
Yeah?
If you take a whole thing and you accidentally drop it and it shatters, what do you have left?
Whole thing. A fraction?
Cut out this part and just say the name of our show again.
So, Stranded.
Jungle Moon of Endor. Before Star Wars fans get mad at me, yes, I know it's a forest and not a jungle. But how often am I going to be able to make that joke?
Indeed. You're with one of the few people who won't get it.
We'll explain that one after the podcast. Okay, so, to start off, this episode starts kind of weird. The last episode ends with Lars saying no, but then this episode starts with Lars saying, hey, I think that worked, and then going, what happened? And it's like, we're crashed. So, it doesn't transition right.
See, because I don't know. I think I may have just, like, missed the no, but I heard him say, like, Stephen, Connie, and then, what'd you call it, when they booted up the, communication log again, he was just like, I think that worked.
Yeah, there's a long, like, no.
Yeah. I don't know. I may have just missed it.
I don't know. But after I figured that out, I was like, that's weird. And I looked in the opening slate for both episodes and found out they're written by 2 different people.
Yeah.
The first episode... Oh, go ahead. Say your thing.
What you call it? Storyboarding with the concept, and with 4 people on it could possibly have thrown off those episodes and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the first episode is written by Lamar and Lauren, and this episode was written by Miki and Jeff. So
Yes.
I wonder if that was the source of the awkward transition.
Perhaps.
But I'm sure if there's a commercial break between the two, you don't really notice.
Yeah. I was among the people who didn't notice.
I just only noticed because the intruder thing sparked in my mind.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, that's weird. I'm going to think about that while I wait for this show to come back.
Okay. You can't. I definitely might check that out again after the podcast and everything. But
on the Cartoon Network app, and not by any illegitimate means, of course.
Indeed.
Unless you just happen to be on. I'm not saying that's how people should watch this show, but, you know.
Gosh. I believe it works out just because the fact that I believe the communicator works where it's video camera and they can see each other. So, yeah. Hmm?
I stand on the fence if it doesn't work and it's weird, but we shall see. So, we're stranded. We're on a jungle moon, and Stefani has to survive. This runs parallel to Ruby and Sapphire's fusion experience, where they crash landed on Earth and had to survive. Only difference was they fused at the end rather than the beginning. So that's just a fun thought.
Yeah, I totally didn't think about it.
It's the rules. Anytime you fuse with somebody that you're going to end up being together with forever, you have to go get stranded on another planet with them. Or in this case, a moon. Some sort of celestial body.
Wonderful. I really like this episode a lot more than the last one, just because this one felt like true sci-fi.
Yeah.
Like going about the island where they're just like, no, we have to survive. I really liked their attitude about it. I liked them going about the whole jungle and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really cool. What about you?
I thought the whole thing was fun.
Oh yeah.
I have a couple of grievances that I wrote down. When they're first attacked by that alien that splits itself in half, Stefani goes, "It's an alien." And I wrote, "Why are you surprised by an alien? You are currently 1/4 alien. You were just on a ship full of aliens, running from another alien, to a home city protected by aliens."
I don't know. Maybe it was just in the sense of they thought it was a insect. Oh, or that could just be... Oh, well, no. Connie should know better by now.
You fought aliens, you've ate with aliens, you slept in a house that was bought by aliens. For all intents and purposes, there's no reason for you to be surprised by an alien.
That's fair. But, I don't know. The only other thought I would have is they thought it was a insect.
You're from a city protected by aliens.
Gosh. So what were your other grievances?
Well, now I kind of just want to rant on that, but, when they're going through their survival montage and they're drinking the water, I wrote in big capital letters, "Boil that water. Connie, you should know this. Do not get some sort of space dysentery. Boil the water before you drink it."
Yeah. Did you call it? I see things like that. I've always had a weird feeling about. Like I've kind of just parsed out of my brain a bit because, for one, if we're talking about survival things, they should always check if the air is breathable or not.
I don't think they had much choice in that one.
Gosh.
No, they
I
could
don't
have
know.
done a whole thing about Stefani having a bubble.
Yeah.
then
Also, why didn't they bubble the whole ship?
I'm gonna go with Incredible's logic of I'm too scared and nervous to bubble this whole aircraft.
Yeah, I guess. But I don't know. There's certain survival things that I've learned to just like parse out of my brain when watching stuff. But it was weird, just like them drinking out of the water like an animal.
I don't know. Boil water. Kids,
Yeah.
if you're out in the wild, always boil water because it'll get rid of the germs. And that way you can drink it without getting sick. Filter the water if you can. Water filtration devices can be made by things found in the forest. Watch a YouTube video on how to do that. But, if not, boil your water.
Man.
I don't care if they don't have a pot around, they'll figure something out. Don't just stick your head in water.
Don't allow weird animals to spray water at you either.
Jonathan, that was no animal, that was an alien.
Ah, yes. I apologize. Gosh. But I don't know. Let's just go down your list.
Ooh, you're gonna be disappointed. Last thing I had was that while the montage was going on, Stefani grows facial hair and shaves with the sword, which made for a fun moment where you could tell that Steven's half of Stefani was just like, yeah, I've got full facial hair now. How cool is that? And then Connie being supportive, just like, yeah, go us. But the inconsistency of the beard bugged the heck out of me. It kept gaining and losing hairs every other frame.
Wait. Was it during the montage or was it after?
I think it, like, ended the montage. I don't remember entirely.
Not. I mean, like, when the growing and shrinking happened.
Well, Jonathan, I'm glad you asked. When they enter the cave, it has 7. And this is on the right side of the face. When they're falling asleep, it has 8. When they're in the dream, it has 5, then 7, then 5 again. Then I got tired of counting, and I just gave up.
Okay.
But it continued on for the whole episode, and I just kept going like, "Why? Where is your facial hair going, Stefani? It's just like appearing and disappearing at will." Like, I know it's a nitpicky thing to go on about, but it's like, your character's face shouldn't fluctuate.
Yeah. That's fair.
And it just super took me out of it.
Yeah,
But I'm not trying to get all big hair about this.
indeed. We're small here.
Yeah. Animation is hard, and people have hard work doing it. I shouldn't nitpick about hair. It just bugged me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
go ahead. If you have a point, by all means.
I don't know. I was just gonna transition into the dream since that's where we were leaving into.
I was about to do the same thing. Take it away.
Okay. So from our changing stubble, we go into a dream that Stefani has about her mom on the phone.
Yeah.
And yeah. Did you call it? There's something off. Stefani is super small and cannot communicate with her.
Almost like it represents the fact that Connie feels small in her own life. And that her
Indeed.
parents' priorities are placed as more important than her own.
At the start of this, I was just like, is Connie's mom secretly like a gem? Because like straight up from the start of the call, you can kind of hear just like, yeah, this is a gym conversation.
And then you see Yellow Diamond Fleet cruisers flying overhead in the shot that shows her from behind, or where it's flying outside. And then we look up and oh my gosh, she's Yellow Diamond.
Yeah.
But like weird half Yellow Diamond. And
With
as she's transitioning,
yeah.
Stefani slowly transitions from Stefani into B from being Puppy Cat.
That's fair.
You cannot tell me that that was not the character that Rebecca Sugar was working on with this.
Good gosh.
Just her going, hey, Yellow, what are you doing? Hey, Yellow, over here.
Good gosh.
I'm contacting the head of the fleet. Whoa! I want to do that.
Yeah.
Here, let me hit the buttons.
Oh gosh. It was sort of the 5-year-old personality.
It was B from being Puppy Cat.
Good gosh.
I cannot be convinced otherwise. I will support my evidence here momentarily.
Oh really? You have evidence?
Really dumb evidence, but yes.
Alrighty.
So, we continue on, and we realize that Stefani's acting out of character, but not because it's a dream, but because it's a memory. And Stefani's memory has her as the perspective of... Drumroll... Jonathan, take it away.
Pink Diamond!
Oh my gosh. She's Pink Diamond, and we get our first look at Pink Diamond's face.
Yep.
And as I'm saying this, I'm watching a muted Dragon Ball Super and Gotenks just appeared when you said Pink Diamond. Like in real dramatic form, just like, boom, Pink Diamond. It's wonderful. No, sorry, got off topic.
Oh no, that's fine.
Anyway.
Also, sidebar. Right?
Oh, by all means, take your sidebar. Go for it.
Stefani's always like reminded me of Gotenks from Dragon Ball Z.
That was always the thought of like what they were going for, or at least what I always thought it was. Like I always thought it was legit just Gotenks.
Yeah, that's fair.
Especially like early Gotenks where Piccolo's teaching them how to fuse for the first time, and he's like, what should my name be? And it's like, oh, I'm Gotenks. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah. And I don't know, there's just like the fact that it's a very fun-loving like children fusion,
Who at the same time
infants.
is going to beat up the world.
Yeah. Indeed. But yeah, that was just my sidebar.
Okay, that's fair. Funny how that connected. So, Pink Diamond is acting more and more bratty, to the point that I wrote that Pink Diamond is about to go in the trash chute, because I swear they were quoting Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Rufus all, everybody.
I like her better as Lion. I definitely like her better as Lion.
So,
I hope she never comes back.
You know she's got to. They've got a character model now.
Good gosh.
So, Pink storms off, gets mad, and punches glass, which, once again, I'd like to remind you of my candidacy for mayor of Punched Glass. Punched glass. When you're mad, don't punch glass. It'll break. Vote for me.
Wonderful.
And then
Gosh.
the episode ends, paused on that punched glass. Stefani wakes up like, oh my gosh, I'm having diamond dreams again. Why am I having diamond dreams again? Then a weird blob monster attacks, and then floats off like an umbrella, which, again, was very reminiscent of being Puppy Cat for me. And then Lars came and got him.
Yeah.
Oh, my evidence for her being B in the dream is that B and Pink Diamond both have pink hair.
Ah.
Told you it was dumb evidence.
That's her. Good gosh.
So yeah, you got any other points you want to touch on before we review the episode?
There was a lot of just like nothing to end that whole Metroid thing that was going on with that creature.
That Metroid thing.
Yeah,
It's gonna come back and steal Stefani's powers. She won't be able to bubble or make a shield anymore. And you'll have to go through and collect them one by one.
Yeah, I've always associated like kind of that alien feeling of being chased by a monster or something on a foreign planet with Metroid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just I expected a lot more, or just a actual one-on-one fight with Stefani and the bird monster. But nothing, just Lars scaring it off with like the ship shots and it floating away.
Like a weird umbrella blob.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fun resolution, I guess.
It was fun.
Yeah.
One trope I've always enjoyed, or I guess it's not even a trope, it's just a storytelling type. I've always loved washed up on deserted island tropes, stories, whatever, where a character finds themselves stranded and is forced to cope with the situation and put together a shelter and survive. And it's always been, whenever like a series does it, it's always my favorite. One of my favorite video games of all time is a DS title called Lost in Blue, where you wash up on a deserted island as a teenage boy named Keith, or a teenage girl named Sky, depending on which version you decide to partake in, and you have to literally just survive and find shelter and explore this massive island, and it's amazing. And I wish that this episode did more of like the building a shelter for yourself stuff, the survival stuff. Because I'd love to see Stephen and Connie's creativity come together to work towards surviving a common adversity of being on a alien planet they didn't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, sort of, whenever this situation happens, I want it to be over time.
Yeah.
Just, I feel like compressing this into just one episode just like kind of robs of all the places he goes there. But it was done well enough.
Yeah. I
still really enjoyed it.
I think if they had given it more of a runtime,
Yeah.
like if they had done, like, not even too long, like 30 minutes maybe. Just for one episode, make the whole thing 45, pad it with 15 minutes of commercials, and have it for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it would have been a stronger situation. It doesn't take much to write a strong Desert Island episode. It's like, I think of, just in terms of children's cartoons, like Jimmy Neutron did a really strong Stranded episode, and it was only 30 minutes long. It's just all about pacing.
Yeah, I would want it to be similar to the Stephen Baum with the Lapis streams.
Oh yeah,
where it was like over time we got more and more Lapis streams.
Yeah,
I would want it to be like during a 30-minute episode, they would periodically have longer and longer memories of this one instance.
Oh, you're talking about the dream overall. I was just talking about a better survival montage.
Oh yeah, did you call? That's what I'm describing though. Just like alternate those two.
Okay,
And,
so they could be like multiple days on the island, planet, etc., where you have them sleep multiple nights and have multiple dreams.
Yeah,
I like that. I'm down for that.
Because I feel like it will work as a beacon to get them to Yellow Diamond, Pink Diamond's temple.
Yeah, they could have the reveal, and then they know how to use the thing. Like, they get to the temple over the course of like 3 days, and then they're like, wait, what was that password again? And then they do the password again. And then they realize, oh my gosh, this was like an actual thing, and that's where this was, and we're here, and this was once home to the diamonds.
Mm-hmm. And
that'd be cool.
you'd also have a lot more time spent on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If anyone's listening and writes fan fiction, write that for us.
Oh, yeah.
Send it in. We'll be happy to read it. Somethingabougeekstuff@gmail.com.
Yeah. Or, do you call it John Grady Sam at somethingabougeekstuff.com, because we have that email address as well now. I don't know.
Do we want to talk about you accidentally buying something like geekstuff.com?
All right, I'm not gonna talk smack about Google on their own website, but I just want to say, Google Business, you need some restructuring.
I just remember sitting in that hotel room with you, and it was just silent for like a good 10 minutes, and then I just hear, I think I just bought something about geekstuff.com. And you just sounded so defeated by it.
Because, okay, some inside baseball on this. We have a drive where we keep all of our Something About Geek Stuff files, and what do you call it? It's very hard to access because it's a terabyte. So, Google suggested, hey, why not get a Google Business account, and then you can have those files like in a stream to where you don't have to like access all of them at the same time. So I was just like, that's a fantastic idea. Why don't I do that? And then in order to do this, you have to buy your own domain and everything. So I was just like, okay. And you have to have a Gmail account to run it. And I was just like, all right, yeah, I already have that. But it doesn't transfer over your stuff. So when I made this realization, I was just like, so I bought this website for no particular reason. Why am I even doing this?
Check out somethingabougeekstuff.com for all our fun nothing.
Yeah? Did you call it? If I can figure it out, it'll redirect to the YouTube channel, but yeah, that's the thing now.
I love it so much. I love it so much.
I'm not gonna get rid of it. It's super cool that we have our own domain and stuff. It's just it's not the way I wanted it.
Not like this, Google. Not like this.
Good gosh.
Oh, that is just amazing.
If anyone knows how to transfer over a terabyte of stuff over to a Google Business account without having to pay for it twice, just email that to Something About Geek Stuff. The Something About Geek Stuff email account.
Once again, that's somethingabougeekstuff@gmail.com or
John Grady and Sam at somethingabougeekstuff.com.
Ooh, we're gonna need to condense that one.
Yeah. John is spelled Jon. Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna need to condense that one for the future.
Oh. It's John Grady and Sam. Oh, John Grady Sam.
And we won't even talk about how I got final billing.
Good gosh.
Alright, everybody. My rating for this episode of The Bits. Well, not for The Bits, for Jungle Moon. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. It was fun. I would have liked to have seen more of the survival stuff, but you can only do so much in 15 minutes. Jonathan, would you like to move on to final thoughts?
I thought this was a... Oh, well. I guess I am moving on to final thoughts. Woo! Oh, actually, I didn't say what I thought of the episode overall, I don't believe. Fun episode. Could have been expanded a bit more, but time constraints and everything, so it's fine.
So we're in agreement on that.
Yeah.
Alright. Final thoughts, Jonathan. Would you like to take it once again? Tell me about Stranded.
Overall, Stranded felt like actual story progression. Because as much as I like the character development of the last few episodes, it's just kind of weird not actually like moving forward in the story. So actually like getting more backstory on Pink Diamond was nice to get more like gem story and stuff. Also, Captain Harlock, I guess.
Wonderful.
What about you?
Overall, if this were just an episode of Steven Universe, which it basically is, it was good. There was a little bit too much focus on the Captain Harlock part for me. I'd say I spent a little less time on the ship and a little more time on the Jungle Moon. But since they had to be broken up into 15-minute segments for, I'm sure, some forward reason I don't understand, then this is fine. I'd like to see Steven Universe try its hand at 20-minute episodes or 25-minute episodes so they could do the story properly, like the full arc of stuff, rather than having to break it up into segments. But I get that you have to follow certain rules.
Yeah. I just wish all the animation companies can do whatever they want to with their shows and stuff. Like, I know budgets are a thing and gosh, production constraints and everything, but I'd like to see everyone at their full potential.
Agreed. So, if that's all we have to say about Steven Universe's Stranded half-hour special, we can wrap up. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Everybody, thank you for hanging out with us for this little shorter version of the bits. If you have any thoughts or opinions or agreements or disagreements with anything we said, let us know in the comments down below. Or if you're watching this on iTunes or whatever, leave it in a rating on iTunes or whatever.
Yeah. Just hearing everybody's thoughts about the 2 episodes would be nice. So, yeah, don't feel too afraid to post those.
It's highly encouraged. If we get any cool comments, we'll shout them out on the show.
Oh yeah, definitely. It'd be a nice segment to actually like get and talk about like opinions from like the episodes we discussed from last time. But yeah,
that's right. People were
happens.
literally begging for comments.
I'm saying it'd be nice.
I mean,
if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
I'm not saying you have to, but it'd be nice. It'd be appreciated. We are your mother, after all. We put in all this hard work to keep this house together and to keep food in your belly, but you know, whatever.
A call once in a time, Bobby.
Call us once in a while. It'll be nice. Not saying you have to come over for dinner every Sunday, but your brother does, and it's so nice. And he's a doctor now, and we're making someone feel self-conscious, so I apologize.
They're dialing their mother's number right now.
You know what? Gosh. Yeah, if you're listening to this right now, call your mother or somebody else that loves you.
Yeah.
Let them know you care.
Call family members you haven't talked to in a while that you really love and adore and stuff.
And if you don't got those, call somebody else who cares about you just like family.
Yeah. Family's not always blood. It's who you feel close to and cares for you and stuff.
Just remember, best friends is a suitable substitute for the word love.
Yeah. Good gosh.
I've had that one in my back pocket for the last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the bits, everybody. Be sure to like the video or rate us on iTunes. Be sure to subscribe to Something About Geek Stuff for all your nerdy needs. I have been the mayor of everything. Anything, rather.
Can't ascend that far.
Not without your votes, I can't.
Gosh. And I've been Jonathan, the man without a title.
And from Homeworld to be... Huh? What was that?
I said I'll get there.
That's right. One bit at a time.
Yep.
So guys, from Homeworld and Beach City and all the cosmos in between, this has been The Bits, a Steven Universe podcast. Thanks for watching.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to super stretch out the outro. Good gosh. Alright, we're stopping there.